Equilibrium of a firm. Choice of the optimal combinations of factors of production. Actually, the firm uses the production function in the choice of optimal combination of factors. For equilibrium position, a producer may attempt maximization of output subject to a given cost, or we can say alternatively he may seek to minimize cost subject to a given level of output. Therefore, we have two cases. First case is maximization of output subject to a given cost, and the second case is minimization of cost subject to a given level of output. In both cases, he, that is producer, must consider physical productivities and the prices of quantities of the two inputs, that is labor and capital. Now the assumptions for all these two cases are: first assumption is profit maximization goal. We know that the profit is maximized by maximizing the difference between total revenue and total cost. Therefore, the profit equals to R minus C, where R is total revenue and cost equals to C equals to cost, where this pi represents profits. The second assumption is the price of output is given, that is P of X. If we consider the product produced by the firm is X, the price of that product is fixed as P of X. Third assumption is price of factors are given as W and R, where W equals to rent, that is the price of labor, and W equals to wage rate, that is the price of labor, and R equals to rent, the price of capital service. Now let's consider the first case of this firm, which is maximization of profit is subject to a given cost constraint. In this case, we are given these items, that is C, W, R, and P of X, that is the total cost outlay, price of the labor, price of the capital, and price of the products or the goods that are produced. Therefore, the profit maximization condition is total revenue minus total costs, or this equation can be rewritten as pi or profit equals to P of X multiplied by X minus C, because we know that total revenue equals to price of the product multiplied by the product. Therefore, the maximization of the profit can be achieved if X is maximized, since C, that is the cost outlay, and price of X are constant by our assumption. The analysis will be carried out first by using the diagrams and subsequently by applying calculus. For a graphical presentation of the equilibrium of firm, we use the isoquant method and isocost line. The slope of the isocost line is minus del K divided by del L, which is equal to MRS LK, read as margin rate of substitution of labor for capital, which again is equal to MPL divided by MPK, read as marginal product of labor divided by the marginal product of capital. which again is equal to del x divided by del L whole divided by del x divided by del K, which is read as change in x due to change in L divided by change in x divided by due to change in K. And this is our isoquant map. Now the slope of the isocost line or the isocost line is defined by the cost equation, which is as C equals to RK plus WL, where C is the total cost outlay, and R is the price of capital, and K is the amount of capital used in the production process, plus W is the price of labor, and L is the amount of labor used in the production process. Where the slope of the isocost line is equal to the ratio of the prices of the factors of production. Therefore, the slope of the isocost line equals to W by R. Because we know in this figure that OA equals to C by R and OB equals to C by W, as written here, OA equals to C by R and OB equals to C by W. And if the producer spends entire amount on capital only or the labor only respectively, then the slope of the isocost line AB, this AB line equals to OA divided by OB, that is OA divided by OB, which is equal to CR divided by CW, as written here. If we cancel out C and C, then we will get this equal to W by R. Now at the point of equilibrium, that's at equilibrium point, the slope of isoquant equals to the slope of isocost line, whereas we know the slope of the isoquant equals to del K divided by del L, K divided by del L, which is equal to MRTS LK, or read as marginal rate of technical substitution of labor for capital. And the slope of the isoquant equals to which is here W by R. Therefore, at the equilibrium of this firm, W by R equals to MPL divided by MPK, which is equal to minus del K divided by del L, or finally which is equal to MRTS LK. In short, we can say that the equilibrium condition of a firm is where slope of isocost line, that is W by R, which is equal to the slope of isoquant line, which is equal to marginal